How do you establish yourself in all those markets? That's what you don't want to do, right? I think you need to be strategic about where we go after globally. You don't want to go after all markets, and I think it can be a big hole that you could go down. There's certain markets that are not going to fit every company, right? So for us, we've always been a North America-centric business. Now that we're part of Yasakawa, we're one of the leading suppliers in North America, and we're one of the leading suppliers in Japan, two of the most attractive solar markets. We're really excited about Mexico, South America, Southeast Asia, the continued evolution of Japan. So all those markets look really good. We'll be honest, the largest market in the world, which is China, right, is one that we really are not targeting. We think there's huge barriers to entry. We think there's cost points, there's established players, and there's political structure that is going to really prevent many companies from being successful there. So to put a large part of capital, resources, efforts, investment into those segments, I think could damage companies. So those ones we'll probably strategically avoid. But the other ones that I mentioned, we're very, very excited about. When we were acquired by Yasakawa back in 2014, global growth was one of the big drivers to do that. And so part of being a $4 billion multinational company is we have presence in all these locations. We have partners, we have service locations, we have technical support. Most importantly right now, and one of our big objectives for 2016 is Brazil. So we've got a manufacturing facility that's in Brazil. It's been in operation for the last 40 years. So we are exceptionally well established, and we know how to manufacture and localize product for the Brazil market. We like that segment, so that's a big objective for 2016. We'll be creating localized product for the Brazil market. I think the industry is becoming more mature, and they're becoming smart about it, which is we're making structural changes. Evolution's to 1500 volt, right? That structurally will create more cost-effective systems. When we think about balance of systems, customer acquisition costs, installation costs, those are all really critical areas that we can make cost improvements on. You've also seen over the last decade a lot of solar companies that are no longer there. And so I think the next 10 years, part of what's going to be defined, it's going to be the features of solar. How do we integrate with the grid better? How do we partner with utilities better? And how do you have companies that really you can trust to be around for the next 20 years? And I think that becomes a big part of how reliable can solar be for the grid? How dependable can it be? So I think that will define it. I also think public opinion is going to have a large effect, right? Do we as a country believe in solar and renewables, in the effect that we have on the environment and the actions that we need to take? People believe it's an issue, right? And we need to take action. And I feel so fortunate that and Yasakawa can be part of the solutions that carry us forward. So I think that'll have a big impact on where we go for the next 10 years as well.